Is mouse mode the best new feature of the Switch 2, or is it a complete waste of time? To test this out, I am going to be playing Fortnite since it's the only game I have that supports mouse mode. And since I don't really like the regular mode of Fortnite, I will be playing OG. First, we will be playing without mouse mode to see how many games it will take to get a win, then with mouse mode to see how many games it will take to get a win. And then we will compare which one it took more, and that one should be better, but that isn't going to be the complete thing. I will tell you how I feel playing with mouse mode to see if it is actually better. Now let's get into it. Without mouse mode. Game 1. For my first game, I decided to go to Tilted, and I did pretty good, and nobody got too close to killing me off spawn. Then, after I left Tilted, I got 2 more kills before someone came up behind me and barely beat me in a fight, making me get 14th. Game 2, I landed Retail Row and did great throughout the game, beating everyone who got in my way, until I fought 2 people who were pretty good, and the second one killed me, making me get 9th. Games 3 through 5, I didn't really do good during, with the best being 49th. Game 6, I got 50th. In Game 7, I landed Greasy Grove and did great, killing everyone in my way until the top 3, where I got into an intense fight. Late into the fight, I got third-partied and died, getting 3rd. Game 8, I got 47th, and Game 9, I got 96th. Game 10, I did good throughout this game, and I killed everyone in my way until I got into a fight. I then got hit with a trap that should have killed me, but left me at 1 HP. But I couldn't heal because of other fights, so I got my wall taken and got killed, getting me 9th. Games 11 through 15, nothing special happened, except for in Game 14, where I got 8th. Game 16, I got 28th. Game 17, I got 32nd. Game 18, I got 11th. Game 19, I did good, getting 7th. In Game 20, I landed Retail Row and did good throughout the game until the end, where I got into a fight with someone who beat me, barely, getting me 4th. Games 21 through 25, I didn't really do that good, especially on Game 24, which I killed myself due to lag and got 90th. And game 26, I was doing good this game until I got killed by someone who I don't think could have hit me, but whatever. I got 9th. Game 27, I got 81st. Game 28, I got 99th. Game 29, I got 79th. And Game 30, I got 32nd. I don't know how it's taken me over 30 games to just get a regular win in OG. I swear I don't think I'm that bad at this game. But it kind of makes sense because I haven't really played the game in a while before this. Alright, Game 31, I got 68th. Game 32, I got 93rd. Game 33, I got 71st. Game 34, I got 96th. Game 35, I actually did pretty good this game and almost died a couple of times. And like the rest of these games, I died and got 6th. Game 36, I got 88th. Game 37, I landed Pleasant Park and did good throughout the game, killing everyone who got in my way with a few close calls. And at one point in the game, as a joke, I thought, hey, I'll use the flip coin emote, and if it lands on heads, then I'll win the game, and tails, I'll lose the game. And it landed on heads. After that, I only got into a fight during the top 3, where it was a 3-way fight, which I had to run from for a bit, then swooped in when one killed the other, and had an interesting fight with the last guy, which I won, finally getting the win for not mouse mode, and getting 8 kills. Now, after finishing the regular playing without mouse mode, I was pretty nervous because it took 37 games to get a win. And I have experience with that, and mouse mode I have no experience with. So it might take me 100 games, or it could take less than regular. But to find out, let's talk about these games. My first game with mouse mode was not good. I got 86th. Game 2 was a little better, with me getting 57th. Game 3 was a lot better than that, and I did pretty good this game. I landed Greasy Grove and killed most people in my way, except someone who escaped. The next person I fought started a bigger build fight, which was difficult for me playing with mouse mode for the first time, and I lost to that guy getting 7th. Since I already played 40 games that day, I decided to get off and move to the next day. For those 3 games, I was on the couch, and for the next games, I will be switching to playing on a table to see if that is easier. Game 6, I did good, but I still died getting 9th. Game 7, I got 73rd. Game 8, I got 95th. Game 9, I got 49th. Game 10, I got 96th. Game 11, I got 67th. Game 12, I got 96th. Game 13, I got 64th. Game 14, I got 50th. Game 15. Game 15, I landed Junk Junction and got 2 grenade launchers and 2 snipers off spawn. But I still survived killing the others that dropped by me, and I ran over to Loot Lake and fought 3 different people and almost died. But I made it out. I made it to the top 6 and barely killed a guy, then got landed on, and due to lag was not able to run away, and I died getting 5th. Game 16, I got 8th. Game 17, I got 23rd. Game 18, I got 92nd. Game 19, I got 37th. And game 20, I got 92nd. At this point, my Switch 2 was at 2% battery, so I decided to move back to the dock and playing on my couch. So game 21, I got 74th. Game 22, I got 56th. Game 23, I got 23rd. Game 24, I got 81st. Game 25, I got 87th. Game 26, I got 84th. Game 27, I landed retail row and did great throughout the game, killing anyone in my way with 1 or 2 close calls, until the top 5, where I hid in a barn roof until I fell during the top 3. And then I third-partied the last guy's fight with my guided missile and killed the last guy to get my win for mouse mode with 9 kills. So that was pretty unexpected. It took me 10 less games to win with mouse mode than it took for me to win regularly. But with that being said, I still don't really think it is that good. Let me explain. When using mouse mode, it would feel uncomfortable at first, somewhat comfortable midway through, and uncomfortable near the end of my time playing. It was uncomfortable to crouch because of where the thumbstick is located, and I am not used to using a mouse, so my aiming was not made much better. In conclusion, mouse mode is probably good for the people with the correct settings and for people who are good with mice. But for me, it is not my thing. Also, that is only for Fortnite. For other games like Mario Maker in the future, I could see this being very useful. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a video about Fortnite Blitz.